Chosen one, lean in, hear me clearly. What I am about to release into your spirit is not casual, it is not random, and it is not coincidence. You are not here by accident. You were drawn here because the heavens have shifted, and the word you have been waiting on is finally breaking through. The delay is broken. The waiting season that felt like it would stretch forever has collapsed in a single divine decree. And God said, now, you have felt the weight of waiting. You have cried prayers into silent nights, wondering if they were heard. You have questioned if you misread the signs, if you missed the moment, if somehow the promise was slipping from your hands. But hear me, nothing was lost, nothing was stolen, nothing was denied. It was simply delayed, and that delay has just been shattered by the voice of the one who governs time itself. Chosen one, you are rare. You are set apart. You are not like those who drift through seasons without awareness. You carry an assignment. You carry a mark of heaven that hell itself has tried to oppose. And that is why the weight has been so heavy, the warfare so intense, the silence so loud. Because what you are about to step into carries weight beyond you. It ripples into generations. It echoes into eternity. Do you feel it? That strange stirring, as if something is shifting in the unseen. That is not imagination, that is confirmation. The season of delay has snapped. The promise that lingered on the edge of manifestation has been commanded to step forward. What was locked is being opened. What was held back is being released. What was postponed is now scheduled by the decree of heaven. And here's what you must understand. This moment is not just about you receiving something. It is about you becoming something. God is not just handing you an answer. He is transforming you into the vessel who can carry the answer. That's why the weight hurt. That's why the silence cut deep. That's why the warfare raged. But it ends here. Stay with me, because in the moments ahead, I will show you how this delay was never denial, how the timing has always been perfect, and how the breakthrough that's unfolding is about to redefine your entire destiny. Chosen one, the delay is broken, God said now. And nothing, no force, no enemy, no doubt can stand in the way of what is already in motion. The voice that breaks delay is not human. It is not circumstance shifting by accident. It is the Lord of time, the keeper of seasons, the one who speaks and galaxies obey. The reason your heart is stirring now is because his decree has been spoken over you. Heaven has no confusion. Heaven has no hesitation. Heaven has no delay once the command has been issued, and the command has been given. Move forward. For too long, it felt like the promises hovered just outside your grasp, like clouds heavy with rain that would not pour. But the hand of the Almighty has pressed through the unseen barrier. The words written over your life before you were even formed are now echoing in this moment. You are hearing alignment in your spirit, because alignment has already been declared in heaven. This is not wishful thinking. This is not motivation. This is revelation. The Ancient of Days, who sits outside of time, stepped into your timeline to say, it is finished. The delay has expired. The chain holding you in place has snapped. The angels assigned to your journey have already moved into position. The very atmosphere around you is shifting to bear witness to what has been settled in eternity. Understand this. When God declares now, nothing can resist. Pharaoh's army may pursue, but the Red Sea still parts. Walls may rise, but they crumble at a shout. Prison doors may lock, but chains fall at midnight. The earth itself obeys when the Creator speaks. And your life, your situation, your unanswered prayer, those two are bending beneath His word. You have sensed Him drawing near. Those late nights of silence were not abandonment, they were incubation. Every unanswered question was being met by a greater answer, His perfect timing. And that timing is not vague, it is not distant, it is not someday, it is now. Think of this moment like a door finally unlocking after years of rattling keys. You have stood at that door long enough to feel foolish, to wonder if you misread the instructions. But suddenly, you hear the click, the hinge loosens, and the door swings open, because the Master of Doors himself decided it was time. There is a weight to this word because it carries divine authorship. You can trust it because it does not originate in human effort. Flesh did not reveal this to you. Circumstance did not align this for you. The Spirit of the living God authored it, and His word will not return void. Pause here and let your spirit absorb it. The waiting season is over. The atmosphere is different. What resisted you yesterday can no longer resist you tomorrow. Not because you shouted louder, not because you worked harder, but because God said now. And if He said now, then your role is not to argue with the past or mourn what you think you lost. Your role is to stand ready, to walk in obedience, and to carry the revelation that delay was never denial, it was preparation. The one who governs the appointed time has stepped into your story. That is why you feel the trembling in your spirit. That is why the silence has suddenly become clarity. The author of your destiny has signed his name across this moment. And when he signs, it is sealed. What is being released in this moment is not a vague encouragement. It is a prophecy, clear and certain, unfolding over your life. The season that felt locked, the path that felt barricaded, the vision that seemed impossible, all of it is being opened by the word of the Lord. What you thought was postponed to some distant horizon has already been dispatched into your present. See it in the spirit. The dam that held back the rushing waters has cracked. At first, it was a subtle leak, small signs trickling into your awareness. A conversation that felt strangely aligned, an opportunity that came out of nowhere, a sudden sense of peace after years of pressure. And then, without warning, the entire barrier bursts, and the flood you prayed for surges into your life. This is not coincidence. This is the appointed release. The prophecy is this: you are stepping into the manifestation of what you once only dreamed. What you thought was just a whisper in the secret place is about to shout in the open. You will walk into rooms you once only envisioned. You will see doors swing wide that others said were permanently sealed. You will encounter favor so undeniable that even those who doubted you will be silenced. But do not think of this prophecy as just external blessings. It is also internal transformation. The delay broke something off you. The waiting refined you, stripped away illusions, reshaped your character. And now, when the release comes, you will not squander it, because the vessel has been forged in fire. The promise will not crush you because you have been strengthened to carry it. The Spirit says, what once took years will now take months. What once dragged will now accelerate. You will look back on this season and realize that heaven compressed time, collapsing years of wandering into days of fulfillment. What felt wasted will be redeemed. What felt stolen will be restored, multiplied. Picture a seed that seemed dormant underground. To the natural eye, it looked dead, forgotten. But beneath the soil, roots were spreading, foundation was forming. And now, suddenly, the green shoots break through, and what was hidden bursts into visibility. That is you. That is your promise. That is your season. The prophecy is not about something beginning, it is about something breaking forth. And yes, there will be witnesses. The same ones who mocked your waiting will marvel at your rising. The same ones who said, "Where is your God?" will have no answer when they see Him elevate you. For the prophecy is not only about your personal breakthrough, it is about the glory of God being revealed through you. Your life becomes a signpost, a living testimony that delay does not equal denial, that heaven keeps its word. Listen carefully. The prophecy does not promise ease. It promises acceleration. And acceleration can feel overwhelming. But do not confuse movement with chaos. This is divine order unfolding quickly. You are stepping into a current stronger than you imagined. But it will not sweep you under. It will carry you forward. What was impossible yesterday is inevitable today. That is the essence of this prophecy. God has said now, and nothing can alter the decree. Not the enemy, not the skeptics, not even your own doubts. Once spoken, heaven's word becomes law in the unseen, and the unseen governs the seen. Let this truth settle deeply. The delay broke because heaven decided it could no longer stand. The scales tipped, the prayers accumulated, the timing matured. And when God's clock struck the appointed hour, everything shifted. You are living in that shift. You are walking in that word. So do not shrink back. Do not look around wondering if this is real. It is real. It is prophetic, and it is happening now. The door is open. The water is rushing. The prophecy is alive. The breaking of delay is more than an event in time. It is a revelation of divine order. To understand why this moment matters, you must see beyond what your eyes perceive. Delay was not a punishment. It was a preparation. And the breaking of delay is not just about answered prayers. It is about alignment with the rhythm of heaven. Think of it like the turning of seasons. No matter how much winter lingers, it cannot hold back spring forever. The snow can cling stubbornly to the ground. The air may bite with cold winds, but deep beneath, the earth is already shifting. Roots are already drinking, seeds are already stirring, and then, seemingly overnight, blossoms appear. The delay was only winter doing its work, but spring was always inevitable. That is what you are living through now, the inevitability of divine timing. Every moment of waiting shaped you. Like a tree standing against storm after storm, your roots went deeper. You may not have noticed, but while you were wondering if you were forgotten, strength was being formed in your foundation. Faith is not proven when everything arrives quickly. It is forged when everything is withheld, yet you choose to believe anyway. That faith is what the delay built in you. Storms were part of this process too. The winds that tried to knock you over were not sent to destroy you, but to strip away what could not last. Storms reveal what is fragile and what is unshakable. You discovered in those moments that you are not fragile, you are anchored. And that anchor is what will keep you steady now that the season of acceleration has begun. There is also meaning in the silence. Heaven seemed quiet not because you were abandoned, but because you were being tuned. Like an instrument left in a craftsman's hand, the strings were tightened, stretched, even to the point of discomfort. Yet without the tension, there could be no sound, no music. Now, when the master plays, your life will resound with notes that could never have existed without that stretching. Do you see it? Delay was not wasted time. It was sanctified time. It refined your discernment, deepened your resilience, sharpened your vision. And now, as the word now echoes over your life, you carry a weight you did not have before. Not heaviness, but substance, authority, presence. Understand this principle. God often allows delay to protect destiny. The child cannot be born before the womb is ready. The harvest cannot be gathered before it ripens. The blessing cannot arrive before the vessel can hold it. If he had answered earlier, it would have broken you. But because he waited, you are now whole enough to hold it. That is love disguised as delay. Imagine standing at the shore of a great ocean. You've been waiting for the tide to come in, staring at dry sand, feeling forgotten. But tides do not rush on your schedule. They follow the pull of the moon, the order of the cosmos. And suddenly, at the appointed time, the waves advance, covering what was barren. This is what is happening now. The tide of destiny is advancing toward you, not because you forced it, but because the order of heaven decreed it. And this meaning runs even deeper. Delay broke because your faith partnered with heaven's timeline. Each prayer, each tear, each moment you refused to quit, these were not empty gestures, they were seeds. And now the harvest has come due. Heaven counted, heaven weighed, heaven measured, and when the fullness was reached, the word was spoken. This is why it is so important not to despise waiting seasons. Delay is not absence. Delay is not neglect. Delay is process. It is the chiseling of a stone into a jewel, the carving of wood into a vessel, the pressing of grapes into wine. And when the pressing finishes, the wine flows. That flow is your now. So let this settle deep into your spirit. The broken delay is not random fortune. It is the culmination of process, faith, and divine orchestration. And the meaning of it all is this. You are stepping into a moment that was designed long before you were even aware of it. Your destiny was not late. It was precise. Your promise was not postponed. It was perfected. When you look back, you will see it clearly. Every unanswered prayer was not silence, it was strategy. Every closed door was not rejection, it was redirection. Every pause was not wasted, it was preparation. And now, as the prophetic word declares now, you finally see the full picture. Delay was never against you, it was always for you. How do you know the delay is broken? How can you be certain this is not just another hope you carry, but the real shift of heaven? Look closely, because the signs are already speaking. The first sign is the stirring in your spirit. You cannot explain it logically, but something feels different. The heaviness that used to cling to you like a shadow has begun to lift. You wake up with an unusual sense of expectation, even when nothing outward has changed. That is the Spirit of God whispering, prepare. Your heart feels lighter, your mind clearer, and deep inside, you sense a countdown. The second sign is unusual alignment. Doors you could not push open before suddenly crack. Conversations fall into place. People you haven't spoken to in years resurface at the exact moment they are needed. Opportunities appear that you never chased. Pay attention, these are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Heaven arranges what your hands could never manufacture. The third sign is the disruption of comfort. You find yourself restless in places you once tolerated. Environments that used to satisfy now feel empty. The friendships, habits, or even routines that felt safe begin to lose their grip. This is because you are being pulled out of delay and into destiny. God unsettles what is temporary to make room for what is eternal. The fourth sign is divine protection. You notice that certain connections fall away abruptly. People who once seemed essential suddenly walk out. Plans that looked promising collapse before they can harm you. At first, it feels like loss. But when you step back, you realize those very disruptions saved you from deeper pain. This pruning is not rejection, it is preservation. The fifth sign is confirmation through repetition. A phrase, a scripture, a theme begins to echo everywhere. You hear it in a sermon, then see it on a billboard, then catch it in a passing conversation. It feels uncanny, almost scripted. That is God confirming what He already spoke, ensuring you cannot miss the signal. And the sixth sign is resistance that suddenly feels weaker. For years, the obstacles felt immovable. But now, when the enemy tries to stir confusion, it doesn't hold like it once did. Attacks come, but they do not linger. Fear rises, but it breaks faster. It is as if the opposition itself knows its time has expired. Do you recognize these signs? If even one has been unfolding in your life, take courage. It means the atmosphere has shifted. You are no longer in waiting. You are in transition. The delay has ended, and heaven is confirming it in ways both subtle and undeniable. Do not dismiss these moments as random. They are heaven's fingerprints on your journey, showing you that the promise has not only been declared, it has already begun. Even as the delay breaks, do not assume the path ahead will be free of resistance. Breakthrough does not erase, challenge it, redefines it. The tests you encounter in this season are not punishments, they are confirmations. They are proof that what has shifted in the spirit is too great to go unnoticed by the enemy. One hidden challenge is the weight of sudden acceleration. When things begin to move quickly, it can feel overwhelming. Opportunities come at once, doors open rapidly, and responsibilities increase. The temptation will be to panic, to feel unprepared. But remember, this is the pace of prophecy. What felt slow for years will now feel fast, and your spirit must learn to walk in step with that acceleration without fear. Another challenge is distraction. As breakthrough comes, so does noise. People who ignored you before may suddenly seek your attention. Invitations may multiply. Options you never had now compete for your focus. Not all of them are divine. Some are decoys. The challenge is discerning what is God's door and what is merely a counterfeit designed to slow your stride. There is also the challenge of internal doubt. Even after signs appear, the voice of delay may whisper in your mind. What if it's not real? What if you're wrong again? This is the echo of past waiting seasons, trying to haunt your present. Do not entertain it. Doubt is the residue of delay, and the only way it lingers is if you feed it. Another hidden challenge is relational tension. As you step forward, not everyone will celebrate. Some will envy, some will resist, some will misinterpret. It may surprise you to find opposition among those you thought would support you, but do not despise this. It is separation by design. Elevation always reveals alignment. Those meant to walk with you will adjust. Those not assigned will fall away. And then there is the challenge of weariness. Sometimes, after a long season of waiting, the soul becomes tired. When breakthrough begins, you may lack the energy to seize it fully. But hear this: strength is being renewed. The same God who broke the delay is the one who supplies the stamina. Do not mistake exhaustion for incapacity. You are not too tired to rise. You are about to discover new reserves of strength you didn't know you carried. Lastly, there is the challenge of fear of success. Strange as it sounds, sometimes the very thing you prayed for feels intimidating when it arrives. The blessing feels bigger than you. The responsibility feels heavy. But remember, God would not release it if He had not already equipped you. You are not stepping into something you cannot carry. You are stepping into what you were created for. These challenges are not signs that the prophecy has failed. They are signs that it is real. Hell does not resist what heaven has not ordained. The opposition is simply proof that what was delayed is now released. So when the challenges arise, do not shrink back. Smile with quiet confidence, knowing that resistance is the final confirmation. The delay is broken, and destiny is unfolding before your eyes. Now that the delay is broken, you cannot move casually. Destiny demands alignment. When God says now, your response must be precise, intentional, and obedient. The blessing is not just falling into your lap, it is meeting you on the road of obedience. Here is what you must do in this season. The first instruction is guard your focus. The greatest danger in acceleration is distraction. You cannot afford to be pulled in every direction. Not every opportunity is divine. Not every voice is trustworthy. In this season, silence the noise and lean into discernment. Begin each day by asking the Spirit, what matters most today? And commit to walking only in that. If you chase everything, you will miss the one thing He assigned. The second instruction is, protect your atmosphere. When delay breaks, environments shift. Some people will be drawn to your light, others will resent it. Do not allow bitterness, gossip, or fear to pollute your space. This is the time to build a sanctuary around your soul. Fill your atmosphere with prayer, with worship, with voices that carry faith and not doubt. Your environment will either accelerate your promise or suffocate it. Choose wisely. The third instruction is move when prompted. In the season of delay, you could afford to wait, but now, hesitation carries risk. When God says speak, speak. When He says step, step. When He says release, release. Do not overthink. Do not stall. The timing is urgent because heaven's window is open. Your obedience must be immediate. The Red Sea parts, but only those who move forward cross it. The fourth instruction is write the vision. Acceleration can feel chaotic unless it is stewarded. Take time to capture what God is showing you. Write it, sketch it, speak it aloud. Record the dreams, the instructions, the revelations. Do not assume you will remember them all. Revelation fades if not preserved. What you record becomes the map for your journey, the anchor in moments of uncertainty. The fifth instruction is, stay humble. Breakthrough can intoxicate. When doors open, when favor comes, when people finally recognize you, pride will try to creep in. Remember this, it was not your strategy, not your effort, not your perfection, it was His timing. Keep your posture low, your gratitude high, your heart bowed. The quickest way to sabotage acceleration is to forget its source. The sixth instruction is sow generously. In seasons of release, the soil of your life is fertile. What you give, whether time, encouragement, prayer, or resources, multiplies quickly. Do not hoard in fear, thinking you must protect everything. The God who broke the delay is the God who sustains the blessing. Sow in faith, and you will reap abundance beyond what you imagine. The seventh instruction is prepare for visibility. The delay kept you hidden, but the breaking will place you in sight. Not all eyes will be kind. Some will admire, others will envy, but all will watch. Conduct yourself with integrity. Live in a way that when people examine your life, they see consistency, not contradiction. Remember, your breakthrough is not just personal, it is public testimony. And the final instruction is rest in His assurance. Acceleration does not mean striving. Do not fall into the trap of thinking you must now force everything to happen. The word now does not mean panic. It means peace. It means the burden is lighter because God is carrying the weight. Rest is not laziness. It is trust. When you walk in trust, you conserve strength for the battles that truly matter. These instructions are not optional. They are the keys to walking in the fullness of this moment. Many miss their now because they celebrate the prophecy but neglect the preparation. Do not be among them. You have waited too long, endured too much, prayed too deeply to stumble now. This is the season where every step must echo with purpose. Heaven has said now, and your obedience will keep you in the current of that decree. So lift your head, steady your heart, and align your actions. The instructions have been given. Walk them out, and you will see the promise unfold with power and clarity. Acceleration without assurance can feel like chaos. But hear this clearly. You are not stepping into this season uncovered. The same God who broke the delay is the God who surrounds you as a shield. His protection is not distant. It is intimate, tangible, ever-present. There is a hedge around your life, invisible to human eyes but undeniable in the spirit. Angels have been assigned to your steps. They walk with you into rooms you have never entered. They stand guard when the enemy plots. They whisper courage when fear creeps near. This covering is not a theory, it is a reality. You are more protected than you know. Think of a traveler crossing a desert. The sun scorches, the winds rage, but above them stretches a vast cloud casting shade. To others, it looks like coincidence. But to the traveler, it is clear. The covering moves with them, step by step, mile by mile. That is how God walks with you now. Wherever you go, His shadow follows, His presence shields, His spirit sustains. This protection also takes the form of closed doors. Yes, even now, not every opportunity will be allowed. Do not mourn what He blocks. Some doors close not to deny you, but to protect you from traps dressed as blessings. Trust His hand when it removes options. If you could see what He sees, you would thank Him for every barrier. Another layer of assurance is peace. Not the fragile calm of circumstance, but the deep stillness of the spirit. You may face noise around you, but inside, peace will anchor you. When others panic, you will stand steady. When confusion swirls, you will move with clarity. This is the mark of divine covering. You are held from within. Protection also means preservation. You have come through seasons that should have broken you, but they did not. Losses came, but they did not destroy you. Attacks struck, but they did not take you out. Look back and see the evidence. If the enemy could have ended you, he would have. The fact that you are still standing is proof that you are surrounded. And now, as the delay lifts, the assurance grows even stronger. God is not bringing you this far to leave you exposed. He is the shepherd who leads and the warrior who defends. He is the Father who carries and the fire that surrounds. You are hemmed in before, behind, above, and beneath. So walk boldly. Do not fear sudden storms. Do not tremble at whispers of opposition. Your covering is not fragile. It is eternal. Your shield is not human. It is divine. The hand that broke the delay is the hand that shelters you. Rest in this. You are safe. You are guarded. You are held. And nothing, no scheme, no weapon, no plan can snatch you out of the grip of the one who has already declared your season has begun. Fulfillment is not simply about receiving something new, it is about becoming someone new. The breaking of delay ushers you into a transformation so profound that you will scarcely recognize the version of yourself who once sat in waiting. This transformation begins inward. The heaviness that clung to you in the wilderness will not follow you into this season. Joy will become your natural state, not a fleeting visitor. Peace will anchor you, even when circumstances shift. You will find yourself speaking differently, thinking differently, walking differently, not because you forced it, but because heaven rewrote your atmosphere. Fulfillment also reshapes your perspective. Where you once saw impossibility, you will now see inevitability. What you once approached timidly, you will now confront with boldness. The same roads that felt like endless deserts will suddenly blossom with fruit. You will no longer question if you belong, you will know you were appointed. Picture yourself stepping into a room that once intimidated you. Before, you questioned your worth, but now you carry a presence, an authority, a quiet confidence. Those who see you cannot explain it, but they sense it. Something has shifted. That is the transformation, heaven's fingerprint on your life, visible to all. Fulfillment also manifests outwardly. Prayers you prayed in secret will unfold in public. Needs you carried silently will be met openly. Doors you knocked on for years without answer will suddenly stand wide, as if they had been waiting for you all along. And when you walk through them, you will know. This is not luck. This is not chance. This is prophecy fulfilled. But the beauty of fulfillment is not only in what you receive, it is in what you release. Others will drink from the overflow of your breakthrough. The encouragement you carry, the wisdom you've gained, the authority you've earned through endurance, all of it will become nourishment for those still waiting. Your testimony will ignite hope in others. Your story will become a key that unlocks faith for many. And then comes the moment you realize The delay was never wasted. Every tear, every lonely night, every unanswered question has been woven into a tapestry of purpose. You will see how pain became strength, how silence became intimacy, how waiting became wisdom. And you will not resent the years that felt empty, you will bless them, because they prepared you for this fullness. This fulfillment will not be fragile. It will not slip away quickly, like a temporary victory. It is anchored in eternity. You will not fear losing it, because you will know it was not built by your striving, but by His decree. What God begins, He sustains. What He releases, He guards. What He fulfills, He establishes. And in the midst of it all, gratitude will overflow. You will look at your life and realize, I am living what I once only prayed for. I am walking in what I once only dreamed. The prophecy has become reality, and reality has become testimony. This is the transformation you are stepping into, not just blessing but becoming, not just fulfillment but fruitfulness, and the fullness of this season will echo beyond you into generations to come. Take a breath here. Let everything you have heard settle deep into your spirit. The delay is broken. The decree has been spoken. The word is now. You are not leaving this moment the same way you entered. Something has shifted permanently. As you step forward, carry these affirmations on your lips and in your heart. Speak them when fear whispers. Declare them when doubt rises. Let them become the rhythm of your days. 1. I am walking in God's perfect timing. Nothing is late. Nothing is lost. 2. The delay is broken, and my destiny is unfolding now. 3. I am covered, strengthened, and equipped for every step ahead. 4. What God has begun in me cannot be stopped, reversed, or stolen. Let these words be your anchor. Repeat them until they are no longer just declarations, but living truth pulsing through your spirit. Heaven moves when faith speaks, and your affirmations are a weapon against every remnant of doubt. And now, hear this blessing. May the Lord who breaks delay surround you with favor like a shield. May His hand steady your steps as you walk into rooms you once only dreamed of. May peace flood your heart, courage rise in your spirit, and joy overflow in your days. May every weapon formed against you fail, and every plot of the enemy collapse before it touches you. May you see doors open that no man can shut. May you feel strength rising even in moments of weariness. May clarity guide your decisions, discernment sharpen your choices, and boldness carry you forward. You are not stepping into this season alone, you are walking under covering, carried by grace, empowered by the Spirit of the living God. May your life become a testimony, your story a song, your journey a signpost for others who are still waiting. And may gratitude flow from you like rivers, because you will see with your own eyes the goodness of God in the land of the living. It is sealed. It is finished. The delay is broken. The word is now. Walk in it, live in it, breathe in it, because your time has come.